I can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. And the things that they're going to miss is, well, everything. You know, I love my country. I always have done, despite what some people in that country have done.
Prince Harry seems to be rubbing more of his royal relatives the wrong way, stirring fresh controversy at every turn. But what happens when the spotlight shifts from his well-known disputes with his brother to a surprising clash with a senior royal, known for quiet dignity and service? Could this latest fallout signal deeper cracks in the family's foundation, or is it just another episode in a long-running saga of public disagreements? Stay tuned as we uncover the unfolding drama behind the scenes and what it tells us about the royal family's future. New royal clash emerges. Prince Harry is reportedly at the center of yet another royal family dispute, this time involving a senior member known for decades of devoted public service. Unlike his long-documented estrangements with his brother Prince William, this fresh conflict signals tensions with a royal who contrasts sharply with Harry's more controversial public image. The details are still emerging, but sources suggest Harry's latest actions have provoked backlash within the palace, stirring questions about the boundaries he's willing to cross. This conflict is layered with not only personal grievances, but also questions of loyalty and respect within the royal ranks.
Here's where it's really interesting though, because as you know, recently Harry got into bother once again by basically saying the palace knew about all of his activities and he was more than willing to share his diary.
While the full story behind this new bust-up remains partly under wraps, what stands out is Harry's pattern of publicly confronting family members in a way that fuels media attention and internal discord. His recent comments and behavior have been interpreted as attempts to assert himself amid a shifting family dynamic that seems increasingly at odds with his wishes. The consequences of these clashes extend beyond private disagreements, impacting the reputation of the monarchy as a whole. Observers are left wondering how this escalating tension will unfold and what it reveals about Harry's current place in his family. This latest row is a pathbreaker because it highlights the friction between Harry's desire for the spotlight and the contrasting demeanor of royals who prefer quieter, steadier service. We'll explore how this confrontation differs from past ones and why many believe Harry has met his match in this particular royal. But first, to understand the significance, it helps to look back at the history shaping these strained relationships. Historical family tensions. The strained relationship between Prince Harry and key family members has been well documented, especially involving his elder brother, Prince William, and his father, King Charles III. Far from simple sibling rivalry, these tensions often stem from long-standing grievances, differing views on royal duty, and Harry's decision to step back from official royal life. Public disclosures and interviews have revealed feelings of isolation and disappointment felt on both sides, deepening the divide.
Of course, they will never forgive me for lots of things, but you know, I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore.
These fissures have often spilled out into the media, fueling speculation and sometimes harsh criticism. Harry's struggles to reconcile his personal aspirations with royal expectations have made this discord increasingly visible. From controversies surrounding his marriage to Meghan Markle to high-profile media appearances, the spotlight has repeatedly exposed underlying family tensions. His candid remarks about his father's health and other sensitive matters have only intensified speculation about broken ties. This was evident again when Prince Harry said he was grateful to have been able to fly in from the US to visit his father, hinting that King Charles's cancer diagnosis could help heal the family rift. Speaking to Good Morning America, he shared, "I love my family. And the fact that I was able to get on a plane and go and see my father and spend any time with him, I'm grateful for that." When host Will Reeve noted that illness can have a galvanizing or a sort of reunifying effect for a family, the question echoed long-standing hopes of reconciliation. The cumulative effect has been a royal family navigating a difficult transition amid shifting public attitudes and evolving roles, revealing fractures rooted in deeper emotional and institutional challenges. The role of the media and public perception more broadly has been central in magnifying these family conflicts. Public image and media attention. Prince Harry remains one of the most scrutinized public figures globally, with every move intensely analyzed and debated. His public appearances, speeches, and interviews have often been met with polarized reactions, admired by some for candor and activism, but criticized by others for perceived grievances aired inappropriately. Recently, Harry's speech at a property event was notably poorly attended, symbolizing a waning public fascination and raising questions about his current relevance. Critics point out the contradiction of his struggles with mental health amid a life of privilege, which further complicates public sympathy. Media narratives frequently highlight Harry's perceived victimhood and ongoing frustrations, sometimes painting him as out of touch or overly self-focused. His attempts to address serious topics can be overshadowed by coverage of his interpersonal disputes or seemingly trivial controversies. The relentless spotlight tends to amplify every misstep, making it difficult for Harry to shift the conversation to causes he supports or positive initiatives he undertakes. In contrast, other royals who maintain discretion and distance from scandal often receive more favorable coverage. This growing divide in public perception sets the stage for an even sharper comparison when examining those within the family who embody a very different approach to royal duty. The Princess Royal's role, Princess Anne, known as the Princess Royal, represents a striking contrast to Prince Harry's more turbulent public persona. Throughout her decades of royal service, she has maintained a reputation for steady dedication, avoiding scandals and focusing on her duties with quiet resilience. Her work often goes unnoticed compared to flashier headlines, but insiders and royal watchers alike praise her for an unwavering commitment that upholds the monarchy's image. This low-key approach has earned her respect within the family and from the public, standing as a model of traditional royal responsibility. In recent years, Princess Anne has continued to prioritize duty without fanfare, opting for meaningful engagements over media attention. Her style of leadership and representation, characterized by discipline and discretion, creates a stark foil to Harry's headline-grabbing tactics and outspoken interviews. While Harry's public disputes and emotional disclosures dominate tabloids, Princess Anne's steady presence reinforces a different kind of royal strength. Admirers highlight this contrast as emblematic of deeper divides over how each generation approaches their roles and responsibilities. It is this contrast in demeanor and public engagement that has reportedly fueled the latest tension between Harry and senior royals. The Princess Royal's respected standing and ability to accomplish official goals without drama make her a formidable figure in family dynamics. And that balance of quiet authority versus public turbulence came into even sharper focus during their recent visits to Ukraine. Recent events in Ukraine. Prince Harry's recent visit to Ukraine drew significant attention, partly because of its timing and partly due to the company he kept during his trip. Accompanied by a Guardian journalist, Harry's presence sparked controversy, especially as he publicly expressed frustration about the lack of focus on his military background and personal mission. During a panel at Kyiv's National Museum, he advised veterans that there is light at the end of the tunnel, adding, "You will feel lost at times, like you lack purpose. Don't stay silent. Silence will hold you in the dark. Open up to your friends and family." Reports suggest Harry had hoped to secure a meeting with Ukraine's president, but was left disappointed, fueling speculation about unmet expectations and media strategy. His visit overall struggled to gain the positive coverage or impact initially anticipated. Shortly after Harry's visit, the Princess Royal made her own trip to Ukraine. Unlike Harry's headline-chasing approach, Princess Anne's visit was marked by low-key professionalism, with no public fuss or media circus. She successfully met with the Ukrainian president and conducted official diplomatic engagements, demonstrating the strength of traditional royal protocol and experience. Her ability to navigate sensitive political contexts without attracting controversy contrasts with the turbulence surrounding Harry's actions, underscoring a sharp difference in their approaches to royal responsibilities. These developments deepen the rift and raise questions about future interactions in the family's complex web of loyalties and ambitions. What this means for family dynamics. The ongoing clashes involving Prince Harry and senior royals signal a shift in the royal family's internal landscape. These disputes reveal divisions not only over personal grievances, but also over the monarchy's future role and public image. Harry's increasingly public confrontations contrast sharply with the discreet, service-oriented approach favored by long-standing royals, complicating efforts to maintain unity and raising doubts about reconciliation. Harry's struggle to assert relevance amid declining public interest highlights broader challenges facing the monarchy as it adapts to modern expectations. Royals, such as the Princess Royal and the Duchess of Edinburgh, exemplify a quieter, traditional model of duty that aligns more comfortably with public sentiment, while Harry's more sensationalized path often invites criticism and diminishes his influence both inside and outside the institution. These tensions reflect differing views on how royal responsibilities should be carried out today. How the family manages Harry's ongoing role, publicly and privately, may shape perceptions of stability and relevance moving forward. Prince Harry's latest clashes reveal a royal family grappling with change, tradition, and personal conflict. Understanding this helps us see the challenges behind the headlines. If you enjoyed this insight, please like the video and subscribe for more thoughtful updates on the world's most fascinating stories. Thanks for watching.